Welcome back to part 3 of the Mount Rushmore of Tabletop Gaming series. And today, we're going to find out who's on Chris's mountain.
Yeah, that's right.
Stick around.
All right, guys and gals. My Mount Rushmore, not Mount Steemore, not Mount Chrismore.
Listen, do you know how confusing it would be if there's 4 Mount Rushmores?
That's true.
You gotta rename them.
Okay. Mount Awesome. That's what it's going to be then.
It's very uncreative. Chris.
All right. I don't know.
Or like Mount Lamo, right?
I thought we were doing Mount Rushmore. I hate you, Steve. Anyways, mine would be crafted out of an asteroid that crushed my neighbor's home while they were all away, so they're no longer there, right? All safe and sound, but they have no home anymore.
These are the neighbors that shoot off the fireworks?
Yes, they're gone. They're gone. And I'm going to carve a mountain out of it, honoring board game designers.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
Meteor Mountain.
Meteor Mountain. Ah, that's a great name. Meteor Mountain.
That's what I'm here for.
Bad news, if a meteor the size of a mountain crashed across the street from you, you'd be dead, I'd be dead, Jamie would be dead, most of the East Coast would be dead, and the planet would be plunged into eternal darkness.
Yeah, there'd be dinosaurs in a few years running around.
Luckily for you, in my scenario, as you mentioned previously, Isaac Childress is a physicist and figured out how to keep us all safe, except for that house because Isaac likes me.
Isaac teamed up with Jeff Engelstein and they figured out how to save us all.
That's right.
There's a movie.
There it is. We're living in a board game biodome.
Anyways, all right, so getting to my list. My first one on my list is someone that I truly admire, Jamie Stegmaier.
Great choice.
Charterstone, involved with Euphoria. He did Tuscany. He did Scythe. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Scythe.
Yeah.
I'm having a brain fart.
What?
He had a brain fart. He got it right, and then he had another brain fart right after that.
For some reason, I was like, wait a second. Was it Eric Lang? Because Eric Lang designed everything. Did he do Scythe? No.
No, that was Stegmaier.
No. And I'll tell you, recently he did something that I thought was really awesome, and I just got this in the mail. My Little Scythe. Someone did a kind of a fan variant, like a house rule of this game. And Jamie liked it so much, he made it into a game and put the guy's name on it.
Right.
Which I thought was so classy. Like, that's awesome. And we've often talked about it, but Stegmaier games, like Stonemaier games, I should say. Stonemaier games.
Stegmaier games.
Stonemaier games.
Can't forget about
I
Alan.
always get them mixed up. I always
It's like
do.
10 minutes of brain farts.
You should smell it in here. But we've talked about it. There's not been a single game of theirs that we don't like.
Right.
They've batted 100. Is that what it is in baseball? I don't know.
1,000.
1,000. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, they're awesome.
He
right?
scored a goal unit with that one.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyways, so that is my number one. Would you guys agree?
Jamie Stegmaier, I think, is to modern board gaming definitely a progressive, and he's definitely changed the state of games just with his the way he's become a Kickstarter guru and the way that he's taught people how to really use Kickstarter to promote the hobby going forward. I mean, really, without everybody who runs a Kickstarter reads Jamie Stegmaier's blog and his book. It's just the way it is. If you don't, like, you're crazy. I read it with ours. I didn't take every piece of advice, but he's somebody that molded modern board game marketing. And that's sort of aside from the fact that he's a fantastic game designer and a fantastic businessman otherwise, but he's done something that's really left a lasting mark on tabletop gaming with his whole Kickstarter concepts.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about it when I put him on the Mount on Mount. What do we call it?
Awesome.
Meteor Mountain.
Meteor Mountain.
Now, believe it or not, Chris Miller here has left a mark on tabletop gaming. It's down there. You can barely see it.
I've been very careful not to get anything on Jamie's beautiful table.
Right. Yeah. One of these days you're going to see a spill.
It's going to be plunk and
I'm going to be upset.
oh god. So all right. So
Number two.
Jamie Stegmaier, number one. Number two is one of my favorite board game artists, Ian O'Toole. He did Lisboa. He did Nemo's War. One of Jamie and my favorite games.
He was
solo
integral
games.
to the creation of, or at least to get Nemo's War 2nd Edition made.
Yep. Escape Plan's coming out. He did that. It's just going to be every time. Not only do I every time I see his artwork, it's slightly different, but it's always beautiful. And I think that's what it is.
I would even say like it's completely different.
Right. And
Like sometimes you don't even know that Ian O'Toole did the artwork. You have to look and see, and you're like, again with this guy? Like it's beautiful again, and you can't even tell it's him because he has so many different styles that he works in.
Yeah, Stockpile was another one he did. And that looks totally different than any other ones.
Sure.
And I think you had mentioned this on the podcast once, Jamie, and it's absolutely right. You can tell this guy puts a lot of effort into making the art fit the theme of the game.
Sure.
Because Lisboa, Nemo's War, I'm thinking of those two. They're my favorite that he's done. I mean, it brings you into the world of the game. It's so amazing. I just love it. I'm a big fan of artwork in games and in general, a fan of artwork. And he's just the best. So he's got to be up there. He's got to represent.
What I'm thinking about Ian O'Toole is he's changing the face of gaming one game at a time with his artwork. And he's showing people that artwork and production matters.
Artwork, graphic design, all that stuff is important. It's not just putting a game out.
It is extremely important. It is as important as game design in my mind.
Yep.
Now, people might say I'm crazy saying that, but it's true. It's true. It really, really matters.
I really like Ian too because I'll play like Nemo's War, and half of the fun is getting a new card so I can look at the artwork on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just great.
Even if it's like a little tiny thing of just one guy doing something, I'm excited to look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's just done such a
It
great
makes
job.
me want to just pour over the whole game and take it all in.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
All right, I'm happy with that choice.
All right. Number 3, Uwe Rosenberg.
Uwe Rosenberg.
I don't know how he could not be on Meteor Mountain because when I first started board gaming, like really board gaming, his games were the ones that drew me in. And still to this day, one of my favorite games is Gates of Loyang that he designed.
Yeah, that was one of his really early ones too.
Exactly. And Agricola, Misery Farm. Like,
I still play Bonanza.
yeah, that was like his
do.
first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Or La
One of his
Bora.
first, yeah.
Brian's favorite game, Le Havre.
Le Havre. Not Le Havre, not Le Havre, Le Havre.
But I think he is prolific in the board gaming world. He is an icon that has earned his place on Meteor Mountain.
I definitely think so too. Yeah,
And-
I really feel that Uwe Rosenberg is a mainstay of board gaming design. And when he puts out a new game, people take notice. It's, in the similar way to Jamie Stegmaier, guys like Ryan Lockett, those guys, Stefan Feld, he's one of those mainstays that every time you see the new Uwe Rosenberg game, you at least check it out.
Yep.
You don't have to, you might not be interested in the theme, but you're like, oh, new Uwe Rosenberg, got to check it out.
Yep.
Everybody but Steve, of course.
I would say
all right.
I would say what his newest game is, but I can't pronounce it.
Nosfjord.
Nosfjord.
I don't even know if that's his newest game, but it's newest to us. But
On the list I
recent.
saw, it's his newest game
Is
that
that
he's
right?
published. So,
Right. Nosfjord. Yeah, I have it right there, and I'm ready to play it. I just haven't yet.
all right. So number 3 was Uwe Rosenberg.
Good choice again.
Be placed there. I think he deserves George Washington's spot. He's iconic
You
enough.
think?
I
You
think
think?
so.
I think he'll go great on your mountain.
Well, my last one, Steve, I'm sorry. Tony is going to set his trailer up at Meteor Mountain because I'm putting Eric Lang on my mountain. And I'm going to wait till you build yours, and I'm going to make mine look better.
What a plot twist.
Whoa. Eric Lang, I mean, he has made, I think he's like a rock star of board gaming at this point.
That's exactly when I was talking about Steve's and how he was like the showman, the front
Yes.
man. You are exactly right. Eric Lang is the rock star of board gaming right now.
He's the showman. And I mean, Arcadia Quest is one of my all-time favorite games to play with my friends, who just go around, get items and attack people and piss Steve off. So he just kills me. Like, I love it. The minis are so amazing. Like the style of the minis. It's just a beautiful, beautiful game. he did Blood Rage, which
course.
I think is a fantastically designed game, even though I didn't like it. And Rising Sun, which is really beautiful and sounds extremely exciting. So I am.
It sounds like there's a lot of games that Chris hasn't played yet. Like, for example, Chaos in the Old World. That's
I played that.
One of my favorite games. You've played it before?
I have played it with you like 3 times.
Well, that shows how memorable you are.
I beat you as Korn the one time.
That's
my
actually my
goodness.
favorite game designed by Eric Lang.
Yeah.
Chaos in the Old World. And it makes me sad that Fantasy Flight and Games Workshop split because it's gone. It's in the ether somewhere, and who knows if it'll ever come back. Now, Fury of Dracula is coming back with WizKids. So there is hope that someday Chaos in the Old World will come back from somebody. I'll even buy a copy again because my copy is kind of wearing out. The cards are kind of worn.
I was going to say, why do you care? Because you own it.
Yeah. I want to get a new copy. It's the same thing with Forbidden Stars. I need a new copy because I'm wearing it out.
See, that's why you're different than me, because I had that same thing with Robinson Crusoe, and I was sad when it came back out because now I wasn't special anymore. I know, I'm a jerk.
You're always special, Chris.
All right, so that's Meteor Mountain.
Meteor Mountain is going to be funny because every one of the heads is going to look like James Woods.
Well, Chris, I got bad news for you because Steve Moore, I'm going to have Eric Lang sign a non-compete clause.
Oh.
So you're going to be stuck with the guy that designed Box of Rocks.
Well, I'll tell you,
Or poo.
once his sinks into the sea,
That's true.
then you can build yours because there's going to be no more.
Eric will be like, maybe it was a bad idea to build on a mountain in Key West.
I don't think you guys understand how islands work. It's not going to sink. It'll be fine.
I don't understand how magnets work, so I certainly don't understand how islands work.
Pelican did eat my phone. All right. Well, now, thank you guys for joining us for this week's series where we talk about our Mount Rushmore of tabletop games. And I hope that you'll come back for the next series in 2 weeks. Have a good one, everybody.
See you later.
Until next time.
Thanks so much, everybody. If you've enjoyed this video, please do us a giant favor by subscribing to the channel and clicking that wacky bell icon. If you're into board games, miniatures games, role-playing games, we have a bunch of audio podcasts you might enjoy. You can find those at thesecretcabal.com or on iTunes and Stitcher.